Nasty Congresswoman's dirty secret out about what she did to dead soldiers after slamming Trump for it. The barrage of vicious attacks against our president never cease. Now bored with accusing President Trump of colluding with the Russians and pushing the narrative that Trump's a bigoted white supremacist, the left has a whole new fake story they're pushing. Over the past week, liberals have upped their vitriol, where they're now using Gold Star families to paint Trump as a callous and non-caring commander-in-chief. But shortly after the disgusting fake stories began to circulate on social media, one black congresswoman responsible for pushing the nonsense has just been busted in a pretty embarrassing scandal that's blowing a huge hole in the left's narrative. Representative Frederica Wilson came out swinging several days ago claiming she overheard a phone call from President Trump to Myshia Johnson, Army Sergeant Law David Johnson's widow. Sergeant Johnson was killed in Niger along with 3 others when they were ambushed by Islamic militants. Wilson claimed she was in the car with the widow when Trump's call came in, and told reporters that Trump callously told Johnson that he knew what he signed up for, but when it happens, it hurts anyway. Wilson would go on to bash Trump for days, calling his remarks so insensitive while continuing to push the left's new disgusting rhetoric that Trump hates black soldiers, even though there is zero proof of her claims. Trump called the entire story fabrication, and immediately defended himself on social media saying, "Democrat Congresswoman totally fabricated what I said to the wife of a soldier who died in action, and I have proof. Sad." Trump tweeted. As Wilson continued to push the story, even going on The View to share her whopper, unfortunately for this congresswoman, a nasty little skeleton has just fallen out of her closet. Fox News just exposed how if anyone is cold and uncaring to our fallen soldiers, it's this black congresswoman. Fox News reported. VoteSmart.org, a site that tracks voting records, shows that Wilson hasn't supported several measures that would have helped veterans and their families, including financially. Specifically, she opposed a measure that would have given the families of 4 soldiers who were killed in Afghanistan in 2013 death and burial benefits. She has also opposed measures to reform the embattled Department of Veterans Affairs. And Wilson has voted against measures multiple times that would ensure veterans and their families would still receive benefits despite government shutdowns. But it gets even more embarrassing for the race-baiting congresswoman. Her other huge beef with President Trump was that he didn't even remember the fallen soldier's name. But as Wilson continued to push her fake story about Trump's phone call, she hilariously couldn't even get the widow's name right. Conservative fighters reported. First, while accusing Trump of not using the name of the soldier or the widow, she herself managed to get the name of the widow wrong. Wilson had to delete the tweet because she got the widow's name as Myshia, not Myshaw. Really not a good thing to do when you're chastising people to use her name. Second, her concern for the military appears new, as Wilson hasn't supported votes that would have helped the military and their families. Things just continue to go south for Wilson. Shortly going on The View and delivering her unhinged rant, even co-host Meghan McCain, who isn't a Trump fan, was extremely disturbed with how the congresswoman was using this fallen soldier's death as a political weapon. So I would like to hear the context of that call. Politicizing military deaths on both sides is a new low for America right now, in every way, Meghan McCain said. Again, if the congresswoman comes and says here's the recording, here's what he said and it is as craven as it's coming out in the media, she continued. The problem is she's, Wilson, part of resistance. She didn't vote for President Trump. She didn't attend the inauguration. There's politics on both sides. Someone died for our freedom to sit on this show right now, so let's talk about what's important. I don't like the cheering of calling our president a liar. I don't like cheering talking about a man who has given his life for our freedom. This was a private call between the widow and the president. Why did you feel the need to speak out? Yet again, the left's attempt to create a scandal to take down our president has fallen flat on its face. Look for more scandals to emerge in the next week or so, as the left is frantic to divert everyone's attention from Hillary Clinton, who was just busted by the FBI for the dirty thing she did while Obama's Secretary of State, where she transferred 20% of the United States uranium to Russian mining companies in exchange for a $145 million donation to her Clinton Foundation. Thank you for watching this video. What do you think about this? Share this on Facebook and Twitter along with your comments.